How's it going, everybody? Aaron from Cat Donkey here, once again coming at y'all with another video here. Shout out to my Mavericks. Wearing the Mavs shirt today. I'm on my lunch break right now. I should be going back in about 30 minutes. So, decided to make a video. So, the Eagles just got confirmation that Carson Wentz has tore his ACL and is out for the rest of the season. I am devastated, of course, just like any other Eagles fan would be. But what you got to think about when it comes to these situations is we've overcome this before, and arguably this is the biggest hill to climb, that's for sure. Um, but we still have a lot. There's still reason to have faith in the Eagles because they just punched their ticket in for the playoffs. They're guaranteed a spot now by winning their division. Plus, if we win against the Giants next week, guess what that means? We still get a first round bye. Wonderful, wonderful news for the Eagles. There's still a lot of bright spots ahead for this team. There really is, because if you think about it, the Eagles were probably a favorite to win the Super Bowl. They're a 4-1 odds before the injury, and then 12-1 after the injury, which is still pretty good. Still pretty good odds, in my opinion. I'd take them, but I've got a lot of faith in Nick Foles. I do, because and honestly, he's played in a playoff game before. Now, he didn't win, but he's played in a playoff game before. So he's got experience, and he's led this team before. People don't forget about just not even 5 years ago. It's 4 years ago today that he had that, season of 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, QBR 119. Skip Bayless would piss his pants because Skip Bayless, just prides himself on how good of a QBR Dak Prescott has. But anyway, I don't want to make this about Skip because he's just a senile old man that just tweets some stupid stuff every once in a while and says stupid stuff on Undisputed. But that's beside the point. Nick Foles is probably the best backup quarterback to have in this league in this kind of situation. Most people couldn't even tell you who their backup is for their favorite team, unless they absolutely were following them and knew everything there is to know about them. But most people wouldn't know. And even if they did know, odds are that guy doesn't have a whole lot of experience just as a starting quarterback. Nick Foles has that experience. He's got the playoff experience with that one game. He lost against the Saints, but the Saints, I think, did they go on to win the Super Bowl that year? No, they didn't. No, I don't think they did. But still, um, experience is experience, whether it's a loss or a win. And it was also at home, I think. So he's got experience playing in a playoff game at home. Plus, if we win, which I'm pretty positive we're going to win against the Giants. I mean, there's no telling, but it's the Giants are as good a matchup as any, other than the Browns, to play in a game that you need to win to get a first round bye. So, um, so I'm really excited about this because we could potentially get a first round bye next week. This time next week we'll have a first round bye locked up potentially, and I don't really know what to say. I mean, Nick and Nick, whenever he threw those, oh, sorry, got a notification. And Nick, when he threw those 27 touchdowns, keep in mind he had Riley Cooper. Who else? I think Deshaun Jackson was still there at the time. LaShawn McCoy was still there at the time. So I mean, those are some good weapons. Well, aside from Riley Cooper. Riley Cooper's trash, but he had Riley Cooper, Jason Avant. Selleck was our starting tight end at that point, and Chip Kelly was our coach, offensive mastermind. Um, but now we've got a great defense and a lot of good weapons around Foles. I mean, you got Aguilar, who's playing out of his mind in the slot. You got Ertz back at tight end. Not to forget Alshon out there and Torrey Smith running the deep ball. I mean, there's a lot of weapons that Nick Foles has to throw to now than he did back then. And they're arguably better. Alshon's a bigger, better receiver than Deshaun Jackson. You've got Torrey Smith, a great deep ball threat, a lot better than Riley Cooper. And then, of course, you have Ertz and Aguilar, who are just a threat in the slot. And Ertz is awesome as a tight end. He does a really good job So I've got a lot of faith in Nick Foles. I do. And I'm going to be criticized for having faith. I mean, there's a lot of people. I love you, EDP. I love you because I watch your videos. I've been subscribed to you ever since the famous LaShawn McCoy trade video that you made a long time ago. So I love your videos, man. I really do. But you got to have a little bit of faith in the Eagles, man. Got to. You know, believe the saying is, faith is, believing in something that you can't see. You know what I mean? Like, people can't see the Eagles winning the Super Bowl now this year without Carson Wentz. But the reality of the fact is, hey, you can still have faith in your team. We still got at least 4 games left this season. 4 games. Because we got 3 regular season and a playoff game, at least 1 left. Hopefully the Eagles will have 6 more games left, which would include a Super Bowl. So we'll just have to see, because obviously this is a very crucial time for us, and I'm glad that if Carson was going to go down at any point in the season, sorry, my left arm's starting to get tired from holding the camera, but if Carson Wentz was going to get tired from throwing the ball, or what the hell, if Carson Wentz was going to go down at any point during the season, I would prefer for him to go down at this time, or maybe a week or 2 earlier, because right now, this is a great time with the way our schedule's looking up. We got, New York, that should be a win. Oakland should be a win as well. Cowboys, it's hard to tell what's going to happen. It depends on the situation at that point. But we can talk about just a win. All we need is a win, is to lock up a first round bye. I would be comfortable with just the 2 seed, to be honest with you, and you could still potentially get home field through the playoffs. But that being said, gotta have faith, Philly. You gotta have faith. And this is coming from an Eagles fan all the way down here, obviously in Texas, where the Eagles are my team growing up, and they're still my team. I am not a Cowboys fan, nor will I ever be. But I'm a huge Mavs and the Stars fan. Not a real big Rangers fan. I don't really follow baseball that much. But but anyway, have faith in Big Nick. Old Saint Nick coming to town, and we got 2 more games. I'm sorry, 3 more games until this playoffs start. And you know what? You got a ticket to the dance. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all the people that have been watching my videos here lately. I really do appreciate it. Comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think what do you think our season's going to turn out to be? We exit first playoff game, make it to the NFC Championship game, Super Bowl. What do you think? Comment down below. Let me know. And if you like the video, subscribe. And I'm going to be producing a little bit more content. I wish I would have started doing this earlier in the year, um, but hey, you know what? I just had the idea to start doing them, and I got a lot of traction. So anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. This is Aaron from Cat Donkey signing out. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you very much.